So I'm Ryan Brown, Managing Director.
Jim Brown, Chairman.
Robinsons Group is family owned, 3 businesses. We have Robinsons, which is the main steel frame business, Concrete Wall Panels, which makes concrete wall panels, and then within all that we have Farm Fit, which is our sort of internal fit out business.
We run it as a family business, and everybody that works here is just one big family.
We're keen to build a solid long-term workforce. We want members of staff that will be with us for a long time. We have staff that have started with us on day one, but we're also keen to have local staff. Part of working with DYW is to make awareness of Robinsons better, and hopefully from that we will then have a few members of staff join us and we can assist with their training.
My name's Andrew Robb and I'm the design manager for the UK operations for Robinsons. My day-to-day activities are getting permissions organised for customers, so that's planning permissions, building warrants, SER, engineering certificates, and generally looking after our customers and making sure their buildings are in line with legislation. The skills that I possess and anybody would need in the design manager role would be a design flair, project management, heavy project management skill set. There's a lot going on with our structures, there's a lot to manage. People skills, as always in construction, remaining positive, and just generally, getting on and wanting to do the best for customers. Robinsons is really good for me. I live about a mile away, so it's I'm local. It works out really well for me in my work-life balance. It's a dynamic, fast-paced working environment where you're constantly challenged. And that's something I've always strived for in my career, to be looking for challenges and to be actively developed. Jim and Ryan look for the staff to always progress in terms of training and always offering training where it's required to better benefit the individual and the business.
Hi, I'm Amy Anderson and I am the Contracts Administrator. I originally started on reception, where I did sales admin and reception duties, and then eventually I moved up the stairs to the contracts department. I work a lot with the drawing department especially if there's a bigger job where there's more specifications for it, so we've got to work to them. You need to have really good organisational skills because you need to be organised and you've got to plan ahead with what you're going to do, basically. But yeah, you need to also have an understanding of other people's views as well, because obviously I work alongside site personnel. They sometimes have different views to what we do in the office, so you've got to have people skills as well. I need to see what actually happens and how long things take. I would really like to do some more training in my side of things, get to know more of the health and safety behind it, and just more of the procedures that go on site, really. I've worked here now for nearly 4 years, so yeah, it's good. It's a good company to work for. We're always looking for how to progress employees and how we can always better ourselves, so yeah.
I'm Jim Webster, I'm the production manager in the workshop. Day to day it's the general running of the workshop, from processing drawings through ordering steel, organising the men in the workshop with regards to the different departments, i.e. getting plates cut, cutting lists. Just about anything we get handed we do, but predominantly we make the steel structures themselves, the buildings. We used to do the doors and gates and that here as well, but we've now, the Farm Fit side of that does all the doors and gates, purely to let me get on with making the buildings, because the demand is such now that we haven't got the time to spare to make the wee ancillary components that go along with it. It's just purely the main steelworks. We've just had an apprentice actually just finished his time yesterday, so he's done his 4 years now. That's him moving on to, let's say, another couple of years. He should be up to what I would class as a full tradesman. I don't think you necessarily need any skills initially at all. It's something that can be taught, because I never had any. I left school with no real idea of what I wanted to do and went into the welding and got trained by other people around about me. But you must have an interest there, I suppose, if nothing else. If you're not interested in doing it, then you're never going to learn, but it's very easy to pick it up, and after 3 or 4 months are doing it constantly, you would be able to weld. Not as good as somebody else that's been doing it for years, obviously, but it's a trade that you can certainly pick up.
So Leslie Smith, and I'm the sales manager for FarmFit, for the FarmFit department, which looks after all the internal products that may be fitted inside buildings. So we can basically kit out one of the Robinsons buildings, but we also very much want it to be that it's open to customers that maybe didn't buy a shed from us. It's maybe an existing building, or they've simply bought a shed from someone else, because we're not going to win every job. Doesn't mean we can't decorate the shed that's been built by somebody else. They've allowed me over the last year or so to have flexible hours. I've got a young family, it works very well. I live local to where I work. It's a very secure job, but it's massively increased in the last 6 years. I mean, obviously it's a sales role. We have, because we're kind of classed as an independent part within the business, so we do all our stock takes, we do all our own, well, obviously we're in charge of our own sales, but we do the stock takes, we do our own deliveries, we do our own invoicing, so everything is completely separate. We manage that all on our own, whereas Robinsons as a whole, they've got a team that do invoicing and accounts, and they've got a transport department. We have that all within our own wee team. So there's lots of different parts. It's not specifically just a sales role. There's a lot of organisational skills. The biggest thing is that you need to be a people person, somebody that can talk to somebody, and it's field sales. Sometimes if we're out in the field, a lot of it's done via telephone. So you can teach somebody sales, but you can't give them enthusiasm, and you can't give them, you can't make them talk to people. So if they've got that communication element, then really anybody could fit within the business, because we can teach them about the products and we can teach them sales skills. If they are a good communicator and they like speaking to people, then yeah, that's the type of people that we would want within our department.
My name's Lewis Todd, and I'm one of the estimators in the sales team. My day-to-day duties are mainly pricing industrial and agricultural steel frame buildings. I also speak to customers on the phone, taking inquiries. I've been here 3 years at Robinsons now. Basically, I wasn't enjoying my other job, so I seen an advert for a trainee estimator come up, and I thought that sounds something I'd like to do. So I just sent my CV in, and then a couple of days later I got a phone call, came in for an interview, and I got offered the job as a trainee estimator. I have been put through a training course. I've done a SVQ in estimating, which Robinsons put me through, which is great. Obviously I started out here as a trainee estimator, and now that I've officially done my course, I'm a qualified estimator now, so that's pretty good. And basically the way for me to progress is, the other option is I could become the senior estimator within the company, or the sales manager. Since I started, I've always been in the sales team, but obviously there's a lot for me to learn within the company, so if there's maybe an opportunity, if it opens up, I'd like to progress in.